All right, boys and girls. So it's been like raining at my work. At least when I was at work, it was raining like all day. And I'm like, man, the Gen 3 Pokemon Go update is out, but I can't walk to the nearby Pokestops unless I want to get drenched. So it's like, you know what? When I get home, I'm going to make a rain team and just let out the rage against an unsuspecting individual. And that unsuspecting individual is Bestow1219, aka the artist formerly known as cfran, or Irish Tiger, I think he was originally. But he's a member of my Discord. He was actually a competitor in the NGDL. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Registeel against his Skarmory. So, or Skarmory. Skarmory? Yeah. I think somebody got a little upset last video because I was pronouncing Skarmory wrong. Skarmory? Skarmory. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over here T-Wave. He's going to predictably set up his Stealth Rocks. Now I am going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks. And then he reveals something I really didn't want to see. That's the Spikes. Now, obviously I do have Pelipper, being that this is a rain team. I'm going to go ahead and switch into it, thinking I actually have Defog. And I do have a Pelipper with Defog, but I guess I put the wrong one on this team, because this one does not have Defog. I literally know that I have one Defog because I just taught it the Move Tutor move prior to building this team. But I guess when I put it in the box and then put it in my battle team, I chose my other Pelipper, which isn't such a bad thing. Well, actually, it is a really bad thing against this particular opponent because he has a ton of entry hazards on this team. I would have really liked to have Defog. But instead, I just have attacking moves. So I'm just going to go for a Scald. It's going to cripple the Skarmory. He's going to actually predict Defog, so it kind of works into my favor there, because I'm able to get a really nice Scald off on that Skarmory. And, yeah, he's going to go into Tentacruel, and I do get the burn off on it. Not that it really matters, because this Tentacruel is probably going to be special. And indeed it is. It goes for the Scald himself. He does not get a burn, so that sucks for him. And I'm just going to go for a Hurricane, just to see how much I would do. And this is definitely, pretty much hardcore special wall Tentacruel. So, yeah. He's going to now go for the Toxic Spikes, though. So, as you can see, yet another entry hazard. And I don't have a Poison type to get rid of them. So right now he has, the Toxic Spikes. He has, one layer of Spikes and Stealth Rocks on me. So that's going to be a lot of painful switching for me. So I decided to go into Swampert. I saw that he was going for the Scald earlier, probably predicting a switch into Swampert. Because obviously my Swampert can kill this guy with Earthquake. But then he decided to switch up to Toxic Spikes, and I'm going to actually take the Poison here on my Swampert. Now, obviously, I don't want to take a Scald no matter what, because I would do a ton of damage. But being that I'm now poisoned, he can't really bird me, so that's good at least. And, yeah, I'm actually going to click Waterfall and not Earthquake. Like I said, I think that thing's going to be it's a special wall, judging by how well it took the Hurricane. So I don't think he's going to take that well from a resisted Waterfall in the rain anyway. Plus, I kind of think he's going to try to switch into Skarmory, predicting Earthquake, and indeed he does go into Skarmory, and I'm able to take that guy out, which is pretty excellent. Mega Swampert is a huge threat in the rain. It's, I believe, up to OU in this generation, because that's just how amazing it is. It's a powerhouse, because it has a ton of attack. It has great bulk when it Mega Evolves, and with Swift Swim, it's basically a one move. If you have the rain, you're basically set up because you're going to boost your power, at least with Waterfall in the rain. Not to mention, you're going to double your speed with Swift Swim. So that's pretty cool. He's going to go out into his Sylveon, though. He goes for a Wish, knowing that he has the Protect. So he's basically, I believe, trying to Poison Stall me a little bit. But I'm going to be able to set up the rain here because I predict he's going to go for the Protect. I don't think he's going to risk not protecting and letting me kill him. And that gives me a perfect opportunity to set up the rain again. And yeah, even though my Mega Swampert is down to 30 HP, I know that I can take another big shot here with Waterfall against this Sylveon. And he doesn't want to risk taking additional damage on Sylveon. He goes out into his Tentacruel, I guess trying to just sack it off. He knows that he probably can't take a Waterfall anyway. And indeed, the Tentacruel does go down. And yeah, that's not bad. So in comes Sylveon again. And, yeah, that gives him another opportunity to protect. As you can see, my Mega Swampert's down to 6 HP. It's a good move. I can't really switch out because of his entry hazards and the fact that I didn't bring Defog, apparently. So, it pretty much is a confirmed kill here on my Mega Swampert. But that's okay. It did its job. It did some good damage, and down goes my Swampert. Now, I'm thinking about what I want to do, and I decide to actually go into my Kingdra, which might seem like a weird play going out into one's Dragon Pokemon. And, this is actually going to be a modest Specs Kingdra. And I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump. I'm not really entirely sure how much damage I can actually do to this Sylveon. Depends on its EVs. But I'm thinking, no matter what, it's going to cripple it. Oh, and he decided to actually go into his Houndoom. He said he was predicting Water EM-Z, so he was going to sack off the Houndoom to get rid of my Z move. But instead, I just go for that Hydro Pump, and that just obliterates Houndoom. I'll probably kill that Houndoom 7 times over. But in comes Sylveon again, and he is going to go ahead and protect to get his Leftovers recovery back. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to keep going for it. I mean, I'm kind of invested at this point. Might as well just keep... Oh, well, no. Then the rain goes away. And so then I'm like, okay, now I have to switch. Because I know I definitely can't kill it without the rain. Sylveon, it's just amazing special bulk. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch out now that I don't have the rain boost. I decided to go into my Registeel. And that's because I'm kind of predicting a fairy move. And here comes the Hyper Voice. And I do resist that, despite the Pixelate. And, yeah, that's pretty cool because this kind of advantages me. And I decided to actually go for a Thunder Wave, which I really shouldn't have done because I know that he had Flygon. And he's going to make the good switch and just go into Flygon. He knows that I really can't do anything to Flygon. The worst, I could probably have done is went for an Iron Head or something. And that really wouldn't do much to Flygon, probably, as Registeel is not known for its offensive prowess. But instead I go for a T-Wave, so that gives him pretty much a free switch. And I'm just going to go to Pelipper, thinking, well, he's probably going to go for the Earthquake. So yeah, I decided to go into Pelipper, and obviously I'm a flying type, so that's not going to do anything to me. And I'm just going to go for the Scald, because why not? It should do decent damage in the rain. He goes for a Dragon Claw, which might 2-hit KO me, but get that burn, so that really sucks for him. I feel kind of bad about that, because I don't think I really needed it to win, but yeah, it's going to allow me just to kill this Flygon. I actually would have been curious. I didn't see how much damage the first one did. But it would have been close, I think, whether I'd been able to live it despite the burn. But I don't know. Anyway, so in comes his Kartana, and he's just going to go for a knockoff. And I believe he said this was a Scarf Kartana, so I don't know why he's not locking himself in a knockoff, but whatever. He actually gets a +1 attack there. I didn't know it was Scarf at the time. I thought it on my Kingdra because I have the rain, so obviously I have the Swift Swim. Obviously I'm using Swift Swim Kingdra in the rain. And I decided to go for the Ice Beam because Kartana is literally made out of paper. And yeah, it's literally paper. It's origami. But as far as its special defense goes, it might as well be paper. Because it, even like an Ember from a freaking Charmander would kill it at level 1 or something. I don't even know. But it's pretty darn weak to special moves. But anyway, I'm actually locked into Ice Beam at this point, and I'm just going to keep going for it. Yeah, I was just trying to get as much, chip damage against the Sylveon as possible at this point. I know that I actually have Z Happy Hour Lycanroc, so I'm pretty sure that thing can come in and get off a Z Happy Hour against this Sylveon and finish it up for me. Because obviously Sylveon does not take physical hits as well as it takes special ones. But I ended up getting the freeze on the Ice Beam, so that's just kind of like icing on the cake for me. I did get pretty lucky in this battle, but I think in retrospect, only really the burning on the Flygon possibly mattered. Because like I said, I think I just go into this guy and get off the Z Happy Hour anyway. No matter what he really does, he's not going to be taking Stone Edges after Z Happy Hour, and I don't think he can kill me with a Hyper Voice once I get +1 special defense, but who knows? It was a good game there, Bestow1219, and yeah, the rain works, and yeah, winter is coming. Wait, that makes no sense. It would have made more sense if it was a hail team, but whatevs, yo, whatevs. Today's question of the day is going to be, what is the last Pokemon you caught? No cheating. No cheating at all, whether it's in Pokemon Go or a main series Pokemon game or whatever. Any kind of thing like that. What is the last Pokemon that you personally caught, or at least the one that you have the recollection of? As for me, the last Pokemon I caught is a Gulpin in Pokemon Go. Obviously, Generation 3, or at least a little bit of Generation 3, has been released today. So I went off to the mall after work to catch some Pokemon, and it's cloudy here, so that apparently now boosts the spawn of poison types and fighting and fairy. I have no idea why fighting and fairy Pokemon like cloudy weather. I guess poison kind of makes sense because it kind of like smoggy, but I guess cloudy's not really the same as smog. Whatever. But I caught a Gulpin, and that was the last Pokemon I caught. I caught a few other things, obviously. The last thing I caught was a Gulpin. So whether it's a main series Pokemon game or just any Pokemon game, what was the last Pokemon you caught as of watching this video? Thanks for watching, and I hope that you leave that comment, and see you guys again next time. Later.